What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Jump. Ooh, guys, this Tia Mowry situation is growing and growing every day. And of course, Tia Mowry doesn't do so much talking. Typically, she might be talking about Neville settling for less, dating, love will find her, which it hasn't and it probably won't. She does that level of trolling to get attention. But what happens is a lot of the blogs, and I want to talk about the neighborhood talk. We can discuss the shade room. It's on site. Because Tia Mowry is so polarizing, they typically will post whatever Tia Mowry has just posted on Instagram and put it on the blogs. And you're going to see a lot of people fighting underneath the comments. And usually it's women, black women in particular. And of course, Tia Mowry is known for trying on outfits and doing those little like silly reels. You know, it's kind of corny. It's really, and it doesn't really hurt anybody. She's not really taking any shots at people. She just lives in her own world, which, you know, for most of us doesn't make any sense. But I've noticed that a lot of black women in the comments of these videos are always fighting. And they're always saying, she's cringe. This is cringe. You have one set of women saying, guys, stop hating. What does she do to you? Get a divorce. And then another set of ladies talking about how silly they believe that she is, or how cringe they believe that she is, or how corny they believe that she is. It's either one of the two that fight around, right? And now here's where I think the issue is. It's not because, you know, some of them say, you know, she used to keep those old ass dresses in 2023. But here's why I think women are starting to really see the big picture. I'd like to play the clip of when Tia Mowry says she graduated from marriage. I want to play that.
And it's all about, you know, this perspective, in my opinion, and just changing the narrative. You know, my marriage was a success.
Yeah.
I look at it as like a curriculum when you're in college or high school, right? You're learning, you're growing, you're evolving, you're creating. And I was able to create with Corey some beautiful, amazing children. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And at the end of that curriculum, and at the end, there's a graduation, there's a celebration. So
now that I'm dealing with that, let me get further, okay? I want to play this clip of this lady who was independent, and now she says she's no longer independent. It was the wrong move. She doesn't want to do that anymore. I'll come back and play that.
The strong black woman narrative is a scam. Wake up. I had a good run. I did everything the society told me to do. I worked really hard. I damn near broke my back. I paid all my bills. I put everybody else first. I told men I was independent. I refused to accept gifts and help. I said I was strong. I did it, and I did it to say that I won nothing from it. I literally did not win any special awards. My life has not changed drastically. So now I'm going to reclaim my time, okay? When you see me now, know that I'm a soft babe. Soft like babe, you get it? I'm not Annie. I'm not Jay-Z. This is not a hard knock. That's not my life, okay? And when you see me now, you address me as such, okay? I want to be able to look at me and say, wow, this babe is soft. Wow, this babe likes enjoyment. Wow, this babe has not worked a day in her life. That's what I want you to see me as, okay? And when you see me next, address me as Chief Executive Commander-in-Chief of Soft Like Babes. Good day.
Okay, so stop right there. This is what I want to deal with, and where I see that a lot of women are starting to understand that there is a problem in society. Now, when Tia Mowry says, put yourself first, love on you, graduate to the next level, it's all about you. This is something like what we're saying right now. Lori Harvey says the same thing. It's all about you. It's about how you feel. It's about things that serve you. That's a very big talking point amongst women these days. And because, you know, you have these boss chicks, you have these city girls, they're running rampant, they're doing, you know, whatever they're doing, it's the case, right? But a lot of women are finding out that narrative is not conducive. So when you have a good husband and he wants to be in the relationship and you don't offer him anything, well, then, and if everything revolves around you, the problem in the world is there's so many other people that are competitive and that want to compete to be inside of a community, and that's typically where things happen that are successful. Every person that has resources, they can do it usually in some level of community setting. Certain blacks do that. We know whites do it more, Asians do it more. And the more you invest in people and resources around you, the more the community gets and the more individual people get, and the less stressful it is for that person. But that person has to be willing to give something to the community and in order to be a part of it. In this case, women are being tricked to say it's about me, it's about serving me, it's about serving my purpose, and all of those things, until you find out that nobody is silly enough to look at you in the same way that you view yourself, which is always true. Nobody views you in the same light that you view yourself. You're your own star. You're the most important person to you. Nobody else cares about you in that way. So women who feel like it must serve me, I'm 45, and then when you're trying to compete for guys who typically have a lot of confidence in themselves, and we can even say big egos, all right, and high expectations, it's gonna look very laughable to a guy that's really serious when you're talking like you're the prize, right? You're the one that has everything going, and I need to serve something like you, which that doesn't make much sense to me. So why are we even talking about this? So most guys just can't take that seriously, and they don't, for a very good reason. So because they can't take it seriously, they don't. Right? They don't. Most men listen to that and think that is the dumbest thing that they've ever heard. So women are understanding that cringe behavior is what has Tia Mowry looking silly. Like, guys don't deal with her. They're not interested in dealing with her. They don't have any intentions on dealing with her because what she's talking about doesn't make any sense. So because it doesn't make sense and she's over here doing this stuff alone, talking about how lonely she is. So women are saying, well, what was the point of you graduating from marriage if this is the life that you're living? I don't want to be 45 and single and complaining online about the dating market is trash and I can't find anybody, and doing all these cringe outfits and being by myself and always trying to justify while something is going wrong with my life because you destroyed your own life. And this is true. Like I've seen ladies, this is the true story. Ladies who are drunks, right? Mess around and get fired from their job. You check them out on Instagram or TikTok. All of a sudden now they're preaching the word of God. And the message that they're preaching is God is going to empower your life because those people who don't believe in you, you're a leader. I mean, they will say silly things like that, which don't really make any sense. It's just shifting the narrative to make them less accountable for the mistakes that they made. And then when you talk like that, like nobody really takes you seriously, even though you think that somebody does. They don't, but it doesn't make sense. And so women are understanding that Tia Mowry at the very basis level doesn't make sense. And there's a lot of excuses that whenever something happens to her, it's always a positive outlook to excuse her being problematic in her own life. And women are seeing that and they don't really take light of it. And she's looking more, I would say, more cringe and silly each and every day. And as a man, I will tell you this, ladies, if you want to continue to, walk your life down that path that Tia Mowry wants to walk, I think that it's safe to say that none of us here as men, we can, we can't stop you from that. But what we can do, if this is your position, let me be the first to tell you out of love, right? That no man with anything available to lose will deal with you seriously. This is me talking to you out of love. Because if that is your position, that the whole world revolves around you and people need to serve you, and you're expecting that somebody's going to pay all of your bills, and if you're going to, expect that somebody's going to do all these things for you because you're you, I think that you need to really consider your vantage point. And most guys are going to sit there and watch on the sideline and probably laugh at you a whole lot. Like it's going to be funny, and I'd hate for that to happen to you as ladies. I just really don't want that to happen to you, but God damn it, if it does, what are we supposed to do? I think there's so many women out here just don't get it and they don't understand. There's so many stories coming out here about, women are going to be dying more poor, unmarried, they're going to face all these issues. Healthcare insurance is going to get higher and more expensive and things like that. And you just hear it and women just don't really understand like what is going to happen in the future. And they're listening to people like Tia Mowry, who, they have extreme amount of wealth, which most women don't. And you think that you can pattern your life after them. And that might not be the case for you, honey. You're probably not going to be able to do that. But of course, if that's what you feel that you need to do, more power to you. But just know that it's not gonna be what you think. All right, I'll be praying for you, ladies. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.